Hello, everybody, and welcome to ProCheck Primetime. Unfortunately, you would hear an intro. We don't have that tonight. I want to thank Toasty for being a good sport about that. Short couldn't make it. I also take responsibility of not reminding him a little bit maybe sooner. That's on me. But regardless, no matter what happens here, this man doesn't need no introduction. It's Toaster Guy, Crikey, from New Zealand. Let's bring him in. Toaster Guy, got Art here. But first, we got to get the first word. Art, what are we expecting tonight? This is probably our most unique interview we've done, ever.
Well, I'll say this. For me, it's really unique because getting to see something about someone I don't know much of. And you know what? That's always with certain people. When we do these, like, first-timers, it's always unique about getting to see a different side of people. So I'm really excited for this.
Yeah, it will be an absolute barn burner down here. Without further ado, I'm going to give it to the man himself, Toasty. Toasty, feel free to introduce yourself as we always do as our first opener. Go ahead, my man. Go for it.
I'm Toasty. I'm from New Zealand. I'm 22. I'm studying my master's in marine biology, and I guess that's me.
Yeah, man, we will talk.
That's what you need.
That's
what you can know, I guess.
No, we're gonna get in depth, my friend. Don't worry. And I do know about your waterworks in a good way, right? The water spanners, I call them, sharks, and all the fun things in the aquatics underworld. As we did have aquatic April, so it makes sense. All right, let me get to that first question, man. I want to know right off the bat, what inspired you to join this league? Because it is also a league show. I know it's going to be KT, but what inspired you about the game? And what was your first time picking up playing the cards of Uno? Go for
it. KT was like, he said, "I still want to come." I was like, "Want to join the league?" I was like, "Sure." And I've been here ever since.
What was your first time?
Keeping it fun, really?
Yeah, go ahead. Also, I follow up. When did you ever pick up your first game of Uno? When did you ever pick that up?
Ever? Well, probably in high school.
I got you.
You know, wasting time in class. I don't know. That's something I gave a thought about. I don't really play Uno much outside of just the big fan of other card games, though. P's and A's, King's Cup.
Interesting. Well, how do you now? Those other card games, have you been playing that since birth, or is that local native?
No.
Oh, okay.
P's and A's, presidents and assholes. Loser. It's known by a few names. That I've been playing that one for a good while. And then King's Cup that's a drinking game. That's 18 plus there.
King's Cup. I'll have to look that one up, Art. Let's see. King's Cup card. Oh yeah, here it is. Oh my. All male players drink off the point to the sky. Oh yeah, this will get us in trouble, Art. I'm looking it up, man. It's going to get us in trouble.
Yeah, let's not try to get us in trouble.
No. Especially since Art and I are not drinkers, so that's for sure. We stay clean on that. But all right. So obviously you joined the league. You had a really good success last year after the whole 35 card comeback thing you gave with the Sanford.
That's what started. That happened. It was like locked in, and I stayed locked in ever since.
You have to stay locked in, man. Now, what's been your favorite player you play? I've excluding myself. The one time we played was kind of a blowout, but excluding myself, what were some fun memories of last year in making this Super League? What were some fun memories you've had so far in the 2 years you've been here?
Last year, I can't lie. My memory's not all that. There was a streak where I got quite lucky, and I had some insane hands. The mono green 5-card start, I think, was
Oh yeah.
definitely a top memory. That was a good bit of fun. I don't know. There's too many levels to go through. But I like a crazy game. I play to have fun, so
Yeah.
I think yeah.
No, this game, there's been a lot of memories. I remember you having these long chain. Obviously, you had that ridiculous game with Jesse Turner Super League last year where it was dragged out.
Oh yeah.
Lane, you've played some crazy people. Sanford, your games against Monkey Boy, obviously on the wrong side, but some good games there.
I got against Monkey early this year. I
Good
could have
old,
won that one.
good
That
old,
one was on me.
good old Monkey on the Bobby, you know.
Mhm.
But no, absolutely. You've been a fantastic player in this league. I would definitely say a player that's been unique in a sense that not many people has the toaster guy flair. So that's the cool thing about Toast, man. And I bring Arden here. Toast is the kind of guy, man, that will absolutely have fun, win the game, but never back down from a fight. And that's what Toasty's all about, for sure.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
and yeah, you're right. He is one of those people that doesn't quit, even when his back is against the wall. He's almost like a cage animal.
Oh,
Any part where he's at, he could either be at the point where he's about to lose, and he's gonna drop something crazy and hope it messes you up, and that is something that's just so incredible about Toasty.
yeah, yeah. He's one of those guys that even if it's looks all over, as Vola joins us, he still has a chance. And right now, obviously, he's not having the best time in Super League. Tough luck here the first,
No, yes.
but he's still got a shot, man. 2 more games to go, and anything can happen. This is Toaster guy. He can make a run. He can get out there and win a 7-1 right away.
That card luck needs to come back.
You gotta get that car
At
luck,
least
man.
not be so against me.
Yeah, you gotta get those +2s and +4s in your direction, mate. Absolutely. We'll go to your more in real life stuff now. Obviously, we know marine biology. I know you're in college for it. A master's degree. What's the school system like in New Zealand? Did you start when you were 4 or 5 years old? Is 6th grade middle school? Is 6th grade
We
elementary?
don't have
Yeah.
we don't use 6th grade. I don't know what 6th grade is. But we started in year 1, which year 5 you've just started, and then primary school kind of goes up to year 6. Year 6. Then there's an intermediate school, year 7 and 8. Then you go through high school, which is year 9 through to 13. So you graduate at about 18.
Right.
But pretty standard, I think.
Right. That's about what we have. Yeah, and for the most part, with schools overseas, is there a lot more electives you take, or do you feel you can be more free, or do you have to learn common curriculum classes to start off?
Like in college.
Or, no, just through high school and
And
college. College is more free, absolutely.
in high school, is it? Yeah, I mean, in high school, I kind of just did whatever. Yeah. It starts off, you don't have any electives, and they kind of just make you take everything, but it frees up once you're in year 11 and get to play around a bit more with electives and specializing.
Now, marine biology, obviously, that is a unique field. It obviously has a little bit of the biology mixture, and then you got the old sea critters of the world. What was your first taste of the ocean, man, when you were young? What were some?
I
What were?
fishing. Fishing. I live near the ocean. Well, it's hard not to live near the ocean in New Zealand, but
Right.
I've been fishing since I was a kid, so definitely fishing or going to the beach.
I'm trying to think. What's the biggest fish you've caught in New Zealand? What's the biggest fish you've
Biggest
caught?
fish I've caught. Oof, probably a snapper.
Ooh,
I don't remember how big it was, but I know you've seen the photo.
oh yes, I have. I remember that photo.
That's probably the biggest fish. This year I'm going to be catching monsters, but my mate has a boat and we're going to be out after it in the summer.
Right, right. It's getting close. Now, for those of you who don't know, New Zealand is other side of the world, so December is actually getting close to summer for them. Is that right, mate? December's your.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
December's first month of summer, I think. But it's spring right now.
Right, right. So yeah, it's how it goes. Our this for you is good knowledge. Usually, our March is our spring. Their September's their spring. Our winter is December. Summer is December for them. So that means, ironically, their fall is in March, and then I guess late May, June is their winter. Now, is there now there is a winter over there, right? There is.
Yes, yes, yes.
You guys don't get snow, do you?
Some parts do. Down south gets a bit of snow. Mountains get snow. Um, don't really get snow. Sort of at sea level around here. Definitely down south. But it's pretty rare. It has to be pretty cold for it to snow around cities and such. And it's a pretty slushy snow because it's very like filled with salt. I don't know, something about the atmosphere and the being so surrounded by oceans, I think, messes with the snow.
Yes, yes. It's the sea breeze, land breeze, and I know exactly what you're talking about. And I told this to Art a lot. Lately, I'm by the beach, not maybe 10 minutes away. The ocean in the winter, ironically, because the sea surface temperature is so warm sometimes, it can protect you, and you don't get a lot of snow. And if you do get it, it takes till, well, I guess it'd be January, February would be the worst times for us, and then for you guys it'd be, I guess, June, July, ironically. So June, July would be your guys' worst time. But as you said, it's very wet snow, slushy, no dry snow. It's all a gloppy mess if you get it at all. So we understand that.
Yes, yeah.
Now you said snapper. Have you ever caught anything else? Sharks? I know obviously sharks are big out
I
there.
have caught sharks. I haven't caught any massive sharks. Last time I went fishing, I caught two carpet sharks, which they smell like cat pee. But they aren't very big. But they're just sharks, you know. They're not what you want to catch. They're just catch and release.
Right.
Um, but they look cool though. They're not your typical looking shark.
Now they land
They're
sharks.
sort of flat
Okay.
land sharks. No, they're sort of just like they're flat. They're like designed to blend in with the sand, to sit on the sand.
Sand sharks. I got you. I got you. Yeah, there's so many. There's so I was just I went out crabbing about a couple weeks ago, and the guy next to me caught a nice sand shark, and you can eat them, but he just lets them go. Like you said, it's best to let them go, man. Those things they're cool to look at, but let me tell you something. When you reel one of those bad boys in, If you ain't know what you're doing, they're intimidating. I'll tell you that much. There's a reason why those sharks are they're feisty. They got no cartilage, man. They're just straight, almost a cast iron skillet in a sense. They're hard to they're one of the few critters in the world that they don't really get disease because they don't have any cartilage and they don't have much meat on their bones, right? They don't have much of a way to get them in disease, and there's a reason why they've been around here forever on God's earth. So it is definitely an interesting critter. Now, to marine biology, what's the coolest part about studying marine biology? Is it the classes? I know you said in the past your professors have really helped you, but what's the coolest part as you continue to go for your master's now compared to, let's say, primary bachelor school in a sense?
I'm a bit of a statistics nerd, so it, so my main thing is applied statistics, kind of. I which is really nerdy, but it's super interesting what you can do with a bit of math. But the other really cool thing, I get to dissect a fair bit of fish in my as part of my studies because that's how I collect the data. But it's I find it fun, at least. It's probably not for everyone.
No, and if you have a fear of water or hydrophobia or any fear of guts and
Nothing
dissect.
like that. I'm fearless.
Yeah,
I have a fear of plus fours.
we have a fear of.
Plus fours. Rod plus fours.
Oh yeah. For Toasty, dissecting a sea critter, nothing. Going out there snorkeling. Have you been snorkeling? You ever go snorkeling?
Yes, I have. I went. Only a couple of times. The last time was in a lake, very cold. I'm going to get my open water though, so like a PADI or a diving certificate.
Nice. Now, how long does it take to dive? Does it take a couple when you get a dive? How long does it take to acquire one down there?
Just a couple of weeks, I reckon.
Wow.
Or something like that. It's not long at all.
Damn, that's crazy already to think about. In a world of getting licensed to do anything, a couple weeks is nothing.
It's you have to do some like basic, there's trainings and stuff, but it's pretty easy to just get your open water from what I understand.
That's awesome, man. That really is. The fact that you can just attain something like that in a couple weeks and you don't have to really worry about too much. Gotta respect it. Let's go to or I know you got a question. Go ahead, buddy.
All right, Toasty, I wanna ask you, what does the country of New Zealand mean to you?
Go on.
I don't know. It's home, man. I love this place. I'm looking out my window, blue skies, green trees. I don't know, it's home for me, I guess. I really like it here.
How close? You told me once that you're close to Wellington, right? Or you're a little bit down.
That's where I live. Yeah.
Well, okay. Auckland's the big thing. I mean, everyone thinks it's New Zealand. I think of Auckland, New Zealand. But yeah, what's your favorite part in Wellington? I know you guys got a lot of incredible culture down there. I've seen the Maori, that traditional.
Yeah, the Maori.
Oh man, those guys with the way those guys are beefed up and are doing that celebration, the intimidation, but it's a form of respect. It's unbelievable. Go on, keep talking though.
What was my? I don't know. I just like Wellington's a big city, which I quite enjoy. That's the big thing for me. I don't know. I've lived here so long now. The culture's pretty good too. It's artsy if that's your that's your thing, but I understand it's not everyone's.
It's definitely ours. It's one of the longest flights ever. If you ever go to there, man, the flight, we would be done. Now, maybe not me because I've been in those long flights before to Bangkok and other places. But you can't sit still for sometimes 15, 16, 20 hours. It's a long one. Your body will be jet lagged. There's no doubt. um, but yeah, man, New Zealand is, as you said, such a rich culture place. You got hills, you got water, you got a skyline, you got big cities. There's basically a little bit of everything in New Zealand. Now, what's tourism like this time of year? Because obviously you said spring, summer is approaching. What is the tourism pick up around this time, or does it start picking it up maybe October, November?
Yeah, so we've got WOW, which is I think Rotorapple Art. It's it's in Wellington. So it's just starting to pick up now, but it definitely gets pretty big over the summer. Um, but it's just the start of the season, the tourism season.
Gotcha. And the now with the tourism season, right? A lot of people will naturally pick up Airbnbs, right? They'll start looking at rentals, property. What's been the biggest thing you've noticed in your hometown when you maybe you're off the campus? You see when you get back.
I don't, I don't know. I don't really notice too much. Apart from at work, I work in a hotel, so
Okay.
I obviously can tell when there's a lot of tourism coming through.
What's the day in the life of Toaster guy at a hotel? What's the Are you the front desk guy? Are you the
I do front of house in a restaurant.
Okay? So restaurant.
Uh,
Yes.
I'm basically a waiter.
Yeah, I figured waiter. Yeah, I figured a waiter. What's the coolest tourist or coolest guest you've ever had to serve as a waiter over there?
I don't know, I haven't really had anyone famous. At least yeah, I don't think I've had anyone famous. We're not that big of a hotel, so um, we I know previously we've had actors and stuff stay, but never any I've met. I think I've met some politicians, like some Kiwi politicians, but that's about it.
Any biggest tip you ever received?
$20, I think.
There you
I
go.
was very stoked for that. We don't really have a big tipping culture here, so
Yeah, one thing about this is good for Sky too. Believe it or not, this is a known fact. America is the number one place to if you want a tip, you come to America. The tipping culture is out of control. It's out of control. Now, when I went to Europe, Asia, or all those parts, right? It's kind of almost disrespectful to leave a tip in some in certain colors. Like, what are you doing? We already get paid. You don't have to get a tip. It's weird, but I've always believed in personally that while you're getting paid on the job, the person working, if they do a good job, they should get something. It don't have to be much, but a little gratitude goes a long way if you can and you're able. But
yeah.
it depends on the wages, right? Because if you go to Switzerland, you probably don't need it because of the culture over there is ridiculous. It's high, prices are high, but the wages are out of control. You don't need it, right? So, but if you go to a dirt poor country, let's say like I don't know, maybe somewhere in Africa or one of the island countries poor, anything can help. So you really got to be culturally aware of what's going on. for a tip, to say the least. But it is an absolute incredible, incredibly distinct culture wherever you're from. It's why we don't get tipped, because it's pushed too much here. If we get tipped, it's a few cents. Yeah, exactly. It depends where you work, or it depends where you're at, right? It depends what the company or culture in the country likes. It's weird. It's because some places are very frugal, and then some places are pretty wide open with it. So, tip responsibly, my friend. That's basically all I can say. If you ever go to New Zealand, right? Now, obviously, dorm life is way different than we had a goal last night, also in college. What's been the biggest thing from your home life with maybe your parents to on your own cooking and all that? What's been the biggest transition?
Oh, I don't know. Just kind of being able to be responsible of yourself is pretty awesome. I can go out if I like, and aunt's gonna be like, "Hey, why'd you come back at 2 a.m.?" or covered in leaves, or I don't know. That's a. It's been so long, I kind of forgot what it was like. Um, what? Um, I learned that I really like cooking and stuff like that. I guess that's pretty cool, pretty nice to have started doing. Those a pretty big transition. Um, I was in student housing, so it was kind of like there was a slow transition into that sort of stuff. So it didn't all happen at once.
Right, right. It takes a little bit of time to get used to a new environment, for sure. But if you can adjust accordingly and find a little bit of a groove or a rhythm or a routine, you get in there pretty quick. Now, did you have a routine? Maybe you always wanted to do, let's say in the morning to get your day
Nah,
started, or any you want to share? Go ahead. Get
I
your
wake up, have toast,
Oh yeah.
have a coffee, and then I just get on with the day. I'd be, I would not be where I am now without coffee. But I don't really have any sort of ritual, nothing like that.
Gotta get a grapefruit too, right? Had that grapefruit that one day.
And a grapefruit, yeah.
Oh man.
Remembering to eat fruit is one of the greatest challenges of life.
Always got to get your daily vitamins and grapefruits, man. That's a great lesson to have. Great lesson to have, for sure. Now, another thing, Toast, that I've always been impressed is trying to get this, just trying to play games, right? Trying to schedule you 18 hours across the world, right? Playing all these different people from all over the world. It's a world championship we talked about. Do you sometimes really appreciate the fact that, sure, it's a world championship, but you're also playing background from Wales, and then you got to play somebody from West Virginia, and then you're playing someone from New York, basically in New York City. Does that really, do you really think about it and stop and think about, you know what, damn, this is a world championship, and it's cool to be playing these guys
I
from all different parts of the world. Do you ever think about that?
Yeah, no, it's pretty fun. It's like crazy. Like, wow, it's, I don't. It's not something I really think about too much, apart from the dreaded scheduling. But it is kind of crazy to think on that it's international. That I feel it, in fact, is kind of also crazy.
Yeah, it is insane to think about just the fact that we have all these time zones and countries, and we all can play and still shake hands at the long game. It's a beautiful feeling. Let's go to ProCheck. Pro, I know you got a couple more for questions for Toast. What do you got, my man?
Yeah, Toasty, I want to ask, if you could travel anywhere in the world and bring the spirit of New Zealand to anywhere, where would you go and why?
Good question.
Huh. Uh, Fantastic question. Well, I don't know. I feel like part of traveling is I would travel to move away from the spirit. Not that the spirit of New Zealand, like not that I love it, but and be to experience the spirit of other cultures. But if I was to travel anywhere at all, probably Europe. I think would be my choice. Germany, maybe. I'm a big sausage enjoyer, so as crazy as that sounds, I, I would go feral there.
Big bratwurst guy. I got you.
Yeah,
Yeah, I got you.
I you I would make the news. I would be an absolute animal.
No boy. Oh boy. All right, this guy's a runaway. That's what we got a runaway crikey man in Germany. Can you imagine? That's the headline. Um,
Yeah, I can already imagine it. Imagine it now.
yeah, no. Germany has also been there. Very interesting. If you go to South Germany, Cologne, the Black Forest, it's a different compared to North Germany or Munich or Bayern. It's Bayern Munich, or what's the other? Cologne. There's another city in Germany. I forget. Hockenheim. It's all different. Saxony. It depends what part you go to in Germany, but each culture, just like any country, is different. North, south, east, west, all different dialects and different cultures of food. Uh, I will say, you bring a really interesting point, Art, with that question. I think a lot of people can do the same thing now. We can bring Texas, right, or New Jersey to other parts of
Yeehaw.
the world too. You know what I'm saying? It'd be completely different. But the differences between Texas and New Jersey, for example, if we brought Texas, New Jersey to New Zealand, it depends where you go in the same sense. Because if it's Texas, there's going to be a countryside in New Zealand. And if it's New Jersey, it depends what part. There's going to be a hustle bustle city. But there's also the shore. So that I would fit right in on the shore side. You would fit right in on the countryside. So it's the beauty of that question is anywhere we can bring a flair and a taste of what we do. So to other parts just as much as Toasty can bring it to our side. It'd be one day really cool if Toasty could handle the flight to meet up with him. Be insane. Take him to the beach.
When I'm rich, and I'm rich and famous.
Yes, sir. Yes, and the first thing we're gonna do is you're gonna teach me how to really get down under with the fishing. I like crabbing. I do like crabbing. I do love catching crabs, but fishing is something I need a lot of work in. So Toasty's gonna be my expertise trainer on that one for sure. Um, Good question, Art. Another thing I wanted to ask you, Toast. It's pretty crazy to think about. You're only 22, right? You've been in New Zealand all your life, basically. What's the craziest story about just your country that we may have never discovered that you know personally growing up? What's the craziest story?
Like a personal story,
Or crazy story
you
in the
mean?
news, or anything you want to share?
I I don't know. I'm sure there's something crazy that happens that like you guys like that I don't even think twice about. I haven't really paid attention to the news in a hot minute. Oh, that's a
No,
um,
I get. No, it's sometimes it's hard to know with certain countries what's in the news because news is always updating every 30 seconds or every 3 seconds to
yeah.
see what cycle. So definitely makes sense, mate. Now, a lot of people always think New Zealand's Australia's big brother. Well, it's not true. How many times have you been maybe to an event, or you hear somebody that's a tourist or from Australia coming to your country, and do you get that stereotype where New Zealand is just Australia's big brother or little sister? And how do you debunk that to somebody who is first coming into your country? It's a good question to ask.
I don't know, and really, you know, um, I I haven't really heard people talk about that in country, or, you know, in person. Um, it's, I mean, there's similarities, but we're just there's a lot different. Um, well, I haven't really been to I've been to Australia, but I haven't really experienced living there or the culture too much. But so I can't I wouldn't know. I don't know. I haven't really experienced people trying to push that stereotype. Eh?
Yeah, no, I get it. And that's, like I said, that's just the old cultural wars of two countries in there. But I know both countries are close in the sense that everyone says, "Oh, well, New Zealand's just Australia brothers," and yeah, it's just an old folk tale. Anything. Um,
That's just because we have similar accents
yeah,
that are
yeah.
totally different, by the way. Totally different.
Oh, yeah, yeah. And
Um,
there's different words, right? And
and Australians, oh, there are different words, yeah. Kiwi slangs different.
real quick, obviously, we don't. What are some words you use that we can learn? This is gonna be a fun. What are some slang words you can teach us some of your slang, man? We'll pick it up. Other than crikey, we know that one.
I mean, Crikey's Australian, if anything.
Damn it,
Um, I
Steve
think
Irwin,
it's
man.
so
Steve
funny.
Irwin,
I think it.
the legend.
I think it's actually so funny that you associate me with Crikey. I love it. I don't know. It's just there's like sweet as but they're definitely both. Um, um, do you have jandals like um,
Jandals.
like a jandals? Yeah, like a flip flop.
Okay, okay. Flip flops. I got you.
Chili bin. Oh, chair. I love chair.
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 Oh, sure. Thanks. Right. Right. Sure.
Yeah, yeah.
I remember that one. You do say.
Oh,
Uh, I think choice is great, right? If I'm not mistaken.
choice. Yeah, yeah. Choice. That's it.
What else is well heap? I know heaps like heaping is a lot. I know that. I'm trying to think what we said over the years. I'm trying to think. Bugger. I know you used that one.
There's it's not a swear word, but kind of, it's not a polite word. There's a fantastic ad somewhere, where everyone's just saying bugger.
Yeah, Australia is. I know Australia is another word for that, and we're not going to say it on here. I know that one, but Fitzwater taught me that one. He's Australian.
I mean, there's also like the Māori language is pretty like part of the New Zealand.
I know knackered. Knackered's that one I remember from England.
Is that Kiwi?
Knackered's tired, right?
I have no idea. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that one I know from England when I went to England. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I'm trying to think when I went to England. Dairy, I know that one. They used dairy was a supermarket, like a mini super. I remember that one. Mini mart.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Dairy.
The local dairy.
Togs is. I know Togs is a swimsuit. I remember that one. Don't ask
You
why.
don't have togs? You don't have togs? That's actually bonkers.
Well, I know it, but
That's criminal. That's crazy. I thought togs was universal.
No, man, I know, but in America we don't say tog. We just say swimwear. It's crazy. Or anyway,
That's insane.
I know, I know. I've been around, right? I've been around the old Cherry Block, but not everybody been around the block. So I'm trying. See, this interview. Or I'll bring you in. I wanted to make this interview a little different because it's not every day you're interviewing somebody who's 18 hours inside of the world or our side of the world, and they have a lot different culture. Because I've interviewed people from Asia, Europe, all over. I've even interviewed people from Australia, ironically, but New Zealand's this is the first guy I've ever done it. I taught them multiple times, and it is a unique culture out there. There's so many small words that you would think nothing of, but they do mean a lot for sure. But I'll let Art have that question. I know he's got another question. Art, go for it, buddy.
Yeah, Toasty, I want to ask, how has university impacted you?
It that is probably the biggest question you could ask. It has made me me. Pretty much. It is. I that's no, it, it's pretty much who I am. All the people I know I've met, most of the people I know I've met through there recently. It it would be easier to say the way it hasn't impacted me. But it hasn't not. I don't know. It's completely changed me, man. But I don't know. As is life, I think, just a part of growing up.
Yeah, man, it's crazy when you start as a young 18-year-old and you what 22, 23 you graduate or around there, buddy. 23 is when you graduate, masters.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'll be 23-ish.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Maybe 24 if it goes long, but probably 23.
Yeah, 5, 6 years. It's a journey, Art. Right? It's in anything. It doesn't matter if you're in school or not. It's a journey, and when you have that journey, you have memories and you have notions, and you think about those memories and notions, and you look back and say, man, I'm a different guy than what I was entering the first day of, I guess, secondary education in a sense, right? College, university, versus primary education. So you can never take that for granted with the growth. Well, Toast, another question I had for you, man. Obviously, ORGs, you're big into that. What's your thoughts on playing ORGs, and what are some
Oh,
common memories you have of some of the people hosted? Go ahead.
good times, good times. But I have not played them in a hot. Life just got so busy over the last few years,
Right.
but it, I don't know. I kind of bring the same attitude to everything. Um I just bring the same attitude into everything and try and have fun. Some great times there, man. As it's pretty much gone now. Grew grew out of it maybe. I don't know. I got too busy and life had to go on, so I had to stop.
Yeah, the problem with those is they take so much time,
So
so
much
much,
time, mate.
too
So
much time. And that's the problem is you have to be on your phone basically 24/7. It's not. I know some people still run them. I do know some people personally that still run them. But the
good on
challenges,
him.
the challenges you, the challenges are the problem.
Yeah,
When there's a live active challenge, you can't just what's the word? You can't just go
yeah.
in there
That
and
was my problem too.
yeah, you can't just go in there and make time if you're at
I
school.
yeah yeah, no, there's priorities. I'm not, yeah, no, I would have fun with it. Like, I'd just go for walks looking for scavenger hunt stuff and the like. But those days are essentially gone.
Yeah, no, you'd have to
But
rich and
as
famous,
is life.
rich and famous. Then you can come back to it. That's when you get
Yeah,
rich and
then
famous.
yeah, once I'm rich and famous, you can go back to betraying everyone.
God almighty.
I
All
was an
right,
actual bastard.
this guy's a rabble rouser. That's for tell you. Let me tell you, he's a nice guy, but Kevin knows ORGs. I've seen some things he's done. I think I expect. I expect one time in 2020. I remember specking one of your ORGs, and it was pretty cool just to see how Toast is a really smart individual when it comes to knowing when to back out of a relationship and form or cut an alliance. But let me tell you something. Whether you are like that, where you're gonna cut the alliance and know when to make the right move, or the KT approach, which is truthful to the core. There's a room and a way, a personality for everybody in those ORGs for sure. So there are good times, as you said. Art, you got another one? Go ahead, my man.
Yeah, I got another one. Toasty, how has life skills such as cooking helped you understand the art of responsibility?
These are some good questions, man.
You know, going into this, I was expecting Uno related questions. This is this is that's a I don't know. It's just something. I think it's just comes down like you have to do it. So just if you're not, you have to pick up the responsibilities, and you have to like. There's no if you want to live well, there's no way escaping escaping those things. The cooking, like, sure you can eat out every night, but then it's expensive and the like. It's not really worth it. So I don't know. It's like not that I answered that question particularly well, but I think that those sort of skills, it's just they
Yeah,
come hand in hand with responsibility, and just you have to mature, grow up, and do what you have to do within reason. Within reason.
yeah. You can't. You can always have fun for a night out in town or do a little
But
partying, but you can't go out there
yeah,
24/7 sending it every day.
that's it. That's the one.
Yeah.
And hey, it's like you can only full send it. Well, you can't always full send it.
No, 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 no. You can't fool send it. And speaking of that, we'll go back to related. Obviously, not the best group stage right now, but you've had a really good 2025, other than maybe the tough GS. What was your pivotal? What was your pivotal moments this year that's really helped you? I mean, you've played some really crazy players too. You played, like I said, Monkey twice. You played, who else? You played Costa. You're going to be playing him this week. Thoughts on that? Thoughts on Acosta this week? Thoughts on what you've learned to maybe get those
I
last two
mean,
wins and get back in the hunt?
as with everything, bring it on, I think, is the appropriate response. Um, I don't know, I feel like Uno's too. It depends on your skill, but it also depends on your hand so much that you can't always prepare too much. So you just have to take it as it comes. And I feel like every game is pivotal if you learn from if you learn from if you learn from it, which I think I do a good job. I'm sure you'd agree. I don't ever play the same game twice. So
No, with this bot, man, you can't take this bot for granted. Yeah, that's the thing that makes
Absolutely not.
this.
I mean,
Go
look
ahead.
at the card history in my last two games. The monkey with the wild and uh, background with everything else. And then next game it'll reward me with the most epic hands 5 times in a row, I'm sure. Sorry, Costa, but
No, man, you good? You can say whatever you
as
want.
it, hmm?
No, you can say whatever you want, man. Hey, at the end of the day,
Yeah,
free
yeah.
reign, baby. Free reign. Full send it. You know what I'm saying? Always full send. But no, it's weird with this bot because the old bot. I remember it was you and Monkey. Ironically, I think you and was it Monkey or no? It was Nick. You and Nick last year. The first time you play, you had everything with the old bot. It was
Oh yeah,
10-on-1 basketball.
that old bot loved me.
Yeah, I don't know what you did. You must have gave it a good massage or something. Neck massage.
Yeah, good massage.
Good waiter. Good waiter, right? Good hostess.
I get
Good host.
5 stars.
Yeah, you're doing a good job with the hosting, so that's why they. No, all joking aside, that's a funny one though. All joking aside, yeah, you had the craziest bot luck with the old bot, man. It was unbelievable. I do want to bring you back to that first Final Four run you did, where you beat Nick and you ended up losing to Brett. What was that like, man? Sanford, you beat some major names. Sanford was a huge. Nick's now a champion of the sport. Huge names in that run. Thoughts on that first run overall?
That I I can pinpoint where it started. That 35 hard comeback that I lost. I was like, how did I do that? I kind of just had to like lock in and be like, it's time to stop knocking around. And I locked in, and um, yeah, as history was made. I don't know. It's I think I fear a good part of it did come down to hard luck in the end, but definitely like I woke up and started thinking ahead and sort of that stuff. Um, it was just kind of when I woke up and decided to start properly playing the game. When I started to have fun with the competitive nature.
Yeah, man, you basically are a new player since that incident with Sanford. You've rallied off so many big
I think
wins.
I'm a completely different player since then too. I've changed so much every time.
Yeah, ammo control. What was that with Toasty? I remember you playing Caesar your first ever game in the league, and the ammo control was terrible. And then all of a sudden, you blossomed into
Okay.
something ridiculous. It was just you, but that's great because that mistake blossomed you into something amazing. And yeah, sure, maybe it didn't work out to win it all last year in Super League, but you made it back here now, and you're a damn good player,
It's
man.
also not working out, is it? That
Not
it's
yet.
just one of those,
Not working out yet,
Not
but
yet, not
still
yet.
2 more to go. You never know.
I'm gonna get 8-0'd. I'm gonna no losses in the next 2 games. I'm gonna completely
Complete redemption.
redeem myself.
The old redemption tour.
I'm gonna win
Good.
at least one of the Super League games.
That's it, Art. It's going to be the Toasty bread and butter tour. This time it's going to be smooth as butter. Can't wait for it, man. I cannot wait for that. Art, you got another question? Go ahead, my man.
Yeah, Toasty, what's the craziest adventure you ever been on?
Oh, jeez.
Look, there are things I cannot say on air.
Oh, God.
As a
Oh,
as a as a
wow.
20 as a young guy filled with alcohol, I've been on some fantastic adventures. However, more tame adventures.
Yeah, let's go
What
tame.
did I do?
Let's go tame.
Let's go something recent. Oh, craziest. is well. I'm quite a fan of going on crazy. This is hard. Many of these stories incriminate me. Um, um, I'm a bit of a walker. If I can, I will walk somewhere. And I guess I've just on those walking adventures, I've met some pretty great people and done some pretty done some pretty cool things I never would have done. Uh, I'm I just I don't know what it is about me, but crazy adventures do find me. I just bump into people and lead off some beer. There was one night went out for a friend's birthday. Um, met up with some guy I met a couple of times. Ended up going home the next day at 4 p.m. Pulled an all-nighter. It was a great crazy night. Won't go into the details too hard, but
Oh boy.
there's we ended up at the beach and just watching the sunrise and that's love lovely opportunities there. That was a while ago. More recently, I decided to go for a polar plunge last day of winter. I was supposed to go with my mates, but they all cancelled. And it was for a university club, and it was pissing down with rain. So I I walked down. Um, there were a few people there, got on them, and I just decided why the hell not. Went for a swim, came back and had a hot chocolate. And then had a shower, went back home, and then I guess that was a more crazy recent one. There's stuff that can be talked about off the air. Maybe that can't actually ever be
You,
discussed online, but
you and me, buddy. You and me, buddy. Private call off season. Let's make it happen.
yeah,
Yeah. Oh God. Uh,
you. I don't think you'll be expecting what you hear.
nah, man. Or you. I've had some crazy adventures too with uh, my buddies in the past, but I don't think anything like Toaster guy. I don't think. I don't think I'd be pulling no all nighters.
Oh, you never know.
No, I trust me. I don't pull the all nighters or out there. What is it? Pitch drunk on the
It's a good
beach.
bit of fun.
But I'll tell you what, it's fun. As you said, it's all good fun. Yeah, it's crazy, but it is all good fun, as you said. So makes sense. Um, yeah, I'm just trying to think. Polar plunge, man. That's tough. I'll tell you right now, that's tough.
That was bloody cold.
Yeah, bloody cold, pissing
That was
buckets of
the
rain.
end of the winter too, so it was.
End of the
It was
winter. Wow.
it wasn't as cold as it could be, and I was freezing.
What's what's the experience like when you first had that shock of water on a already
Pins and
cold
needles, mate. Pins and needles.
Oh, jeez. You need the hot chocolate to warm up. You told me, right?
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah. Polar plunges are rough, man. It's never done one, but I've seen them in the area, and they're not easy.
I know. I'd never done one until then. I was like, that's crazy, but I'll do it.
Yeah, it's definitely a adventure in a lifetime for sure. What's the coolest part about playing? We're going back to what's the coolest part about playing Uno with no power play? It's the old class. What's the coolest part about the Super League format?
You
That you guys
cannot. I really like it. Just I feel like there's too often the power play will just decide the game. Having no power play, you have to pay so much more attention to number efficiency and what your opponent has and where they're strong and weak, and you know, sure you can still get big runs, but the power play just makes the chance of a run happening so much more. And I think big runs like that aren't as fun as like a long drawn out battle. You have to use your ammo sporadically and use it to change color and the like, and make small but meaningful progress. I quite enjoy it actually. I like the no power play format a bit better.
Oh yeah, you absolutely will, because the no power play format, as you said, you feel a little bit more relaxed. You don't have to be on the chip all the time. When you're at power play, you're on the chip. You got to be ready, you know. But no power play, you don't have to be on the chip as much, and you can really take your time and think this one through instead of trying to rush XYZ for sure. So it's definitely it's definitely a learning curve and a learning experience for sure. And when you get the hang of it, it's a beautiful feeling. Let me tell you, when you get the hang of it, whew, beautiful feeling. But when you don't, it's like, damn, I know I could be better. So definitely a balancing act for sure. Um, I mean, maybe we got a couple this or that questions we'll do. We are on it. We do have to do another show after this, so we'll keep it short. But is there anything?
But yeah, we can.
Was that?
Yeah.
No, is there
No,
anything?
no, we can do it short.
Yeah, and as I got the other show, we had to do a preview show. Is there anything we haven't learned tonight from you that you want to share? We'll kind of wrap her up and do some this or that. And what are some things we?
I don't think so. You guys have learned more than enough about me.
Oh, man. Too good, Art. Did you have any more questions, or was that it for you?
That's it for me. Those were some great answers that you gave.
Yeah, man. It's crazy to think, like I said, that he was expecting all Uno related. But we always find a way to spice her up. Oh man, we always find a way to spice her up in the old ProCheck interviews. Let's see. Let's do some New Zealand this or that. So let's see if we can find. I'm gonna look for something. Um, let's see. Let's find something. Here we go. Let's do some this or that New Zealand style. All right, Toast. This is all you. Would you rather? Whatever. Culture wise, symbol wise, the Kiwi or the TUI? TUI. Is that Tui? How do you pronounce that?
Tui.
Tui. Kiwi or a Tui?
Kiwi. Every day. That's our national bird. That's the guy. But both birds are great. Kiwi all the way. Big bird guy actually. But it's hard not to be a Kiwi and a bird guy.
Let me look up the Kiwi bird. Which one, Kiwi or Tui?
Kiwi.
Oh yeah, I see the Kiwi. That thing's looking awesome, man.
Kiwi is New Zealand, but so is a Tui. But Tui's are lovely songbirds.
Yeah, Tui. So yeah. Look that up as well. Oh yeah, they are very nice. Almost looks like a peacock in a way, a little bit. Not a lot.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
Let's see here. This is a good one. You probably would know this one more than us. Whale watching or pancake rocks? It's tourist attractions.
Oh, probably Pancake Rocks. If you're going to Pancake Rocks, you're in the South Island, the South Island, and then you're in a good spot. It's so nice there.
Okay, Art, your thoughts on that one? Whale watching or Pancake Rocks?
I probably do whale watching.
Now tell us, what is whale watching? Is it
Okay.
actually watching whale, or is that an actual...
Yeah, you're watching a whale on a boat. Or you're trying to anyway. You're not guaranteed to see the whale, but On a nice day, it's great. I've been before. I've been in Australia too. It's great fun, but Pancake rocks. They're really cool.
Oh, I see him.
You see them, yeah. So they're on the west coast of the South Island. It's such a nice area, so scenic, great walk. It's a great area. I think you can see wreckers around there. You'll see all sorts of native stuff, and it's so cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to Pancake Rocks. The whale watching, like you said, it's gotta be the perfect moment, the perfect time. If you don't get that perfect moment, it's not gonna work. So, give me the pancake. Right? Maybe you can even see the whale through the Pancake Rocks if you're lucky enough to. Two for one. Let's see.
Maybe.
Oh, this one you might know. This one you might. No, the haka or the rahui?
Okay, probably the hacker.
Haka. Art. It's the
Yeah.
haka is a traditional war dance. The rahui is a customary resource restriction.
Hmm. I have no idea.
Haka. Gotta go haka. If you've seen it on TV or in the Olympics, you'll see it sometimes or any ritual. It's crazy culture.
I've never seen it.
Oh, it's something. It's something, all right. Let's see here. Let's see. Cowrie or silver birch, Toast? The cowrie or the silver birch?
The Cody.
Cody. It's called Cody.
Yeah,
Cody.
yeah.
Okay. Hey, Cody, there you are. I'll go Cody as well. Or Cody or silver birch?
I guess I'll go to the same one.
Cody. All right. Let's see. Is there anything else that's really out of my mind here? That's about it. Yeah, that's all we got time for. Oh, I got to end it on one good one though. Maybe not related to. I actually know this is a good one. Rugby or cricket? Toast.
Rugby.
Rugby.
Rugby
Okay.
every day.
Art.
Cricket is so boring. I don't understand how people can enjoy it. Rugby's a good bit of fun to watch.
Art. Rugby. Cricket.
There was a game last weekend. Terrible.
I probably go rugby.
Yeah, I'm going rugby too, 100%. It's nice to. It's basically our football and rugby are very similar in a sense, but rugby is more scrums and a lot more free running than football. Football is more controlled and disciplined, but rugby is free running. You're going for it, absolutely. Well, Toast, it's been a pleasure, mate. Obviously, we know a lot more about you. You've done a lot of great things in this league, a lot of great things in life, I'm sure. Can't wait to chop down and hear some of those stories you have that I'm sure they'll makes you rethink some things when you have those crazy wild stories in the offseason we'll talk about. But regardless, thanks again, man. Appreciate you coming out here. And as always, we say the final word. Art, what did we learn about Toasty tonight?
I'll say this. A lot of good things to hear about, not just the country of New Zealand, but also some good stories about Toasty from his life and stuff. This was a good one.
Yeah, it's unique, man. Not easy to think about anybody from the other side of the world being ahead of schedule and in the future in a sense, and also at the same time has a unique story in a sense. He's doing marine biology and plays Uno, works at a hotel. I mean, has crazy event. Where's this guy find the time, man, for everything? So, great guy. I love my man Toast.
Oh,
Always
mate, believe me, it's not easy.
No, it's not. He's a legend for that. We do appreciate and love him, man. Always a legend. Crikey, man, as I call him. Absolute legend. Make sure he wakes up and puts a little bit snags on the Bobby, right, buddy? The old sausage. I figured out that slang. Snags on the Barbie coming for him every day for Toast, man. Regardless, appreciate the homie. Check us out as always. ProCheck interviews. We'll have one more Lara Huo coming up with them. We'll have Toasty and Brad, or Toasty and Brad, Brad and Acosta at some point during Super League. The rest will have already done interviews through text. So there's only 3 more potential Super League Live with ProCheck Primetime interviews left. So next up will be the ProCheck Primetime, or the Super League Live. We'll begin that in about half hour, and it'll be a long night for us. But appreciate Toast. Thanks to the fans. Have a great everybody.
Ciao.
Ciao. And
Yeah.
arrivederci. Have a good one.